So I was thinking about I don't know if anybody else has had this idea, but I was thinking about Rose Quartz slash Pink Diamond's sort of anti-redemption arc, and got me thinking about how it's kind of like Twitter cancel culture, where essentially you have a character who is positioned as good initially. Everybody understands them to be a good person, and as the show goes on, you learn about more and more stuff that they did in their past, and as it goes along, your perception of them changes, and you start to think of them more negatively. And by the end of the series, they are effectively considered a bad person, somebody who should not be looked up to, and somebody who's done a lot of bad shit, and who basically doesn't quite deserve all the praise they used to have. And well, I definitely think that in the particular case of Steven Universe, I think that Pink Diamond definitely didn't get punished, I guess, for this bad shit that she did. She kind of gets off scot free. Scot free. She dies, but whatever. She gives birth to Steven or whatever. The real I guess punishment is in the perception of her. It's how she lives on in people's memories, and I think that obviously this was the intention. Where there's a reason that the information is kept from the audience, and that it's only provided later on as the characters react to the shit that they learn that she's done in a way that the audience is supposed to. A lot of as obviously we're meant to project onto the characters, and we're meant to empathize with the way that they feel about learning all this new information about a person who they once thought to be great. But I think a sentiment that's not that often brought up is that Rose did change. She starts off, like, chronologically speaking, she starts off as a pretty bad person, somebody who's misusing her power and who's just very childish and unempathetic about the consequences of her actions, and starts to realize that, yeah, she needs to mature, and she needs to start thinking about other people and the way that her actions will affect them, and just becoming more worldly in general. And if I would have really liked it in the show if they were to at least bring up the idea, at least bring up that idea that she did improve, because as it stands, and it seems like the large majority of the fan base, including myself, feel pretty negatively towards her. I don't like the directing, the storytelling. It worked. I don't really like on an emotional feelsy level. I don't really like Rose. I don't like Pink Diamond, and I feel like she is a bad person. But logically speaking, like, I know that that's not the type of person that she is in her most recent state. That is before she gave birth to Steven. And I think that while it was absolutely intentional, it is also a very interesting reflection of and sort of encapsulation of the way that a lot of people think about the content creators or just the people that they look up to in modern day. Because obviously you shouldn't put anybody on a pedestal, especially not the way that they literally had a picture framed of her. Um, I mean, I say a picture framed of as if having a picture framed of anybody means that you like idolize them as a god, but you get what I mean. Everybody really liked Rose. They saw her as a paragon of good morals. You shouldn't put anybody on a pedestal like that. You shouldn't consider anyone perfect. However, you should also understand that people are able to change. As time goes on, it's important to sort of keep an update on how people are doing, how the people that matter to you, whether you know them personally or not, just remember that they're people. Remember that they can change from bad to good and from good to bad. So I just thought that was interesting. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if anybody else has thought this before, but that's why it's just a ramble.